Hello, everyone. My name is Skylar Ward, and I wanted to go over my personal brand strategy with you today and kind of what it means for me and everything about it. So, first are my core values. I'm a very honest person. I'm loyal, reliable, consistent. I'm most of all compassionate. I'm optimistic and educated. And basically, all of these core values ended up becoming my brand message and creating everything about it. So, my brand message is to create the impossible, share to improve continuously, and then repeat evermore. The point of this is that when you put something out there, or when you create something and share it with the world, you're basically going to get feedback. You're going to get a lot of basically criticism, and this is what's going to lead you to basically improving that piece or whatever you put out there. And then you're eventually going to just keep improving and improving and improving when you repeat this endlessly. And that's like how you'll get to the places that you want to go. And so that's kind of what my whole brand is about, is basically we're going to create something and then we're going to keep sharing it, putting it out there, getting that criticism, that feedback, and eventually get something so unbelievable it would meet the impossible. And this also has a lot to do with like my personality traits. For instance, I'm ambitious, persistent, realistic, of course, and practical. But I'm also a workaholic. I'm hardworking and responsible, and that's how I can meet these goals. This is my mood board. It starts out with like a yellowish tint at the top where you have like the knight, which represents like my loyalty, a lot of like the butterflies and magic for my creativity. Of course, you have the pixely block person going like this. That represents basically like me still finding things about myself. Of course, we're always improving. And then you have a lot of like that pink, and for that pink it actually represents like for me creativity and my optimism and compassion, all those like lovable traits about myself that like pink would represent. Same thing like with my art, you can see it in the very bottom corner. I have an anime style with like the green haired girl. And so a lot of this you'll see, and again, I'm still improving with like coloring and everything. And then these are my brand colors and typefaces. I have like a red, a blue, and then a purplish. I wanted it to still be cute and fun, but still be kind of formal, which has a lot to do with also my text, which look formal. You have like Biz UDP, Cambria, Source Serif. And then my supporting design is actually going to be in like my letterhead and a lot of other things. So this was my early ideation for like all of it. You can see I have this like award design first. I actually ended up scratching that. How it started was my last name is Ward and my middle name is Anna Marie, and I got criticism from a fellow like group teammate to make this, and this was just how the initial design was. Originally, I was going to actually make like a cup and design it completely and use Illustrator to do that. But just looking at it like more and as I like started going, it was just really clunky. I don't think it would have looked good with like either the W's, no matter where I placed them in the cup, and more. I didn't want any design around it either because it was just supposed to be like a ward, as in like we're gonna go places. But it also didn't match my brand strategy either, or my of course, like just anything. And so what we went for instead was the W with the star, and a bunch of the other ones. We originally kept the one with the sky, but after further like looking into it and more, I ended up actually using that to create something better that still kind of incorporates the award into it. And this is what we got. So if you can see, the stars actually has a platform at the very bottom, and this is basically supposed to build up like a star award. And then, of course, you have like SW with that opacity behind it, and the center with all my colors and split down the middle. And this just ended up being my logo, and I actually fell really in love with it. And then you have my business cards and my stationery. So we still have like that fun font. It's the Biz UDP, but it still looks kind of formal in it. And then we have basically two different designs. We have one with white stars and one with the black stars of the original supporting font. The reason for this was I was thinking of using basically two different kinds depending on like my client or someone else. But I do have both. The white star one does match my basically my business cards. It has the same logo, but everything is split in half, where originally it was just all in the middle and at the very bottom, which looked completely bad. And so we ended up splitting in half and having that organization. And basically, this was everything for my project. I fell in love with my brand, and I hope you did as well. And thank you for listening in today.